There are 11,000 public school bus routes in North Carolina and roughly 30,000 certified school bus drivers.
So why does it seem that every school system needs bus drivers? WRAL Investigates Sarah Kruger says a loophole is allowing some driver candidates to receive free certification, then move on to a better paying job.
For more than 20 years, Vicki Bynum drove buses for Chapel Hill Carborough City Schools. She loved her coworkers and the kids, but the financial reality set in.
I needed to do what was best for my family at that time.
She now works in the distribution center for Amazon. It's more money and less stress.
Imagine driving the bus. You got to control the bus, watch out for all the other drivers, but you have 60 to 70 kids behind you also that you're having to watch.
How much more money are you making at Amazon than you were at Chapel Hill Schools?
20%.
We're going to talk about school buses.
WRAL Investigates sat in on the virtual class put on by the DMV that's training the next wave of school bus drivers. School systems submit their applicants. Those who pass receive their commercial driver's licenses, or CDLs.
You are a professional by definition. That's your license.
Unlike some CDL courses that cost around $1,500, this one is free to participants. The DMV, funded by our tax dollars, picks up the tab. Some people are taking advantage of that.
Is there a loophole here where someone who wants to go be a truck driver can sign up for your program, do it for free, and then take a job outside of a school system?
There is that loophole. I tell the school systems they have to be they have to guard the hen house, for lack of a better way to describe it.
Do you think the school systems are doing that adequately?
I don't really have a way to know what they are and are not doing.
With some commercial drivers easily making six figures, Jason Kennedy, in charge of recruiting for Wake County Schools, says it's hard to stop them from leaving.
We've noticed that in the past. It was a frustrating thing.
And Wake Schools in particular is losing a lot of would-be bus drivers before that point too. DMV data shows statewide only 47% of applicants complete the bus driver training course. Wake County's numbers are among the worst. Only about 25% who signed up for the course this year finished it. Kennedy says their numbers are low because they want to give applicants second and even third chances.
We want to give people adequate access to applying, being considered, and actually being hired for that position.
Despite the temptations of the higher-paying jobs, Eric Rowell isn't giving up his yellow school bus anytime soon.
Seeing kids' faces, just makes my day. Probably the only job where you automatically get a summer break, you get a spring break.
Schools will need a lot more drivers like him to fill the vacancies. Bynum says what that will take is simple: better pay.
We have to eat today. We have to be able to take care of our kids today. We have to be able to provide and not live paycheck to paycheck.
Sarah Kruger, WRAL News.
In Wake County, the school system is looking to hire about 300 more bus drivers. Cumberland County is in better shape. That district needs to hire just 17.